some pictures of this bear ripping apart the termite mound and destroy decay wood. And then yeah, some of the pictures of bears feeding on top of tree and so on. So beside working with wild bears, I also look at various issues of sun bear face, and one of the big issues that they face is people hunt bear for their gallbladder, for meat to eat, their claws as their traditional customs, and then some animal, even the small one, is slaughtered. And this pictures is a snake animal in the forest in my study area. Human bear conflict is another big thing that they face. Plantations. Bears come to feed on oil palm plantation, and then bears are often destroyed because of that. Habitat loss appear to be one of the biggest threats of sun bears. Across Southeast Asia, the tropical rainforest, which is the habitat or home of sun bears, were cleared for developments and all kind of deforestation, and then replaced with sea of plantation. This is a very, very serious issue. All of these plantations were once tropical rainforest, home of the sun bears. Trade for pets is another issue. If you haven't seen a baby sun bears, believe me, they are so cute. They are so cute. And because they are so cute, and because they are small, they get into trouble. People keep them as pets. And then this is where the misery, the dilemma begins. This is all the pain begins when they grow up. They were confined in small cages. I've seen both wild sun bears and captive sun bears. They don't deserve live in cages. Some of the cage bears will declawed, file their canine to reduce the damage, and then this is all like it's really bad. And then a lot of roadside zoos display bears and so on and so on. So at the end, their eyes, look at me and say, "Please help me." Sun bear expert team is the first step that we set up to help sun bears back in 2002, and I and Gabriela Fredericks and another sun bear researchers is like the default person to co-chair the expert team. Our goal is try to ensure this long-term survival on sun bears, and then through that we done several projects surveying the status of sun bears, and then in 2006 we are doing this mapping exercise in Japan. And then for the first time, we got some information about sun bear distribution and status, and write a book about these issues. And then for me, I've been studying the ecology of sun bears for my master program back in 1998 and 2000. And then for my PhD, I started the fieldwork studying the effects of logging of sun bears and bearded pig for a PhD program. And then this project developed later become a conservation projects, and we do a lot of education outreach, give talks to people, and then lots of education material being produced. And then Bear Track, like Chris just mentioned just now, is an epic movie that will show some of the work that I done. This movie will be important because it shows to the world that this is how sun bear looks like. This is the problems that sun bear face for the first time to the world. And then Wildlife Conservation, Wildlife Direct is a NGOs that post blog, also hosted me as a blogger. So we fundraise online and so on. And then what about this cage bear? There's a lot of cage bear, and this is something that I try to help them. I try to raise fund to enrich their facilities, the government facilities, and then the next thing is on my mind is actually setting up this sun bear conservation center. And then the mission is try to conserve the future of sun bears, and we try to help those captive sun bears, and then and giving them a better facilities. And then for those animals that have the chance to be released into the wild, we would like to give them a second chance into the wild. Because of the time issue, I'm going to go real fast over here, and then and this will be the beginning of the real sun bear conservation work. I need a base to do this kind of thing. The first thing that we have to do is to help this kind of cage bear, bring them and try to introduce them into the wild. It is wrong to keep them in cages. It is wrong, by all means. I would like to thank all of my funders for the last 10 years. These are all the zoos, many zoos that helped me fundraise, and I thank you very much. I know that many of you were here. I don't know what to say except a big thank you. Thank you.
We do have time for a couple questions, about 5 minutes. Please come to the microphone stand and ask your questions.
I think I can talk loud enough.
Sure.
How hard is it to get a bear out of the cage? I mean, how do you deal with the owner, and what are the different types of owners? What do you have to go through?
Okay,
What's
bear.
your attitude?
Good questions. Bears are protected by law in Malaysia, but the thing is that there is very weak law enforcement, and also the governments, the authority, the wildlife department do not have good facilities to house these bears. Bears need special facilities to house. They are not like dogs where you can put them in kennel. They need to have a specific facilities, good facilities to house this animal. This is what we are trying to do now. And then in terms of confiscation, it's not a problem. They are obviously breaking the law, and then the wildlife department will step in and take the bears out of the owner, and then maybe fine them. Yeah. So this is a problem. A lot of this bear were confiscated by the governments, but the governments do not have the facilities to put them, take good care of them, and this is how and why I want to step in. I want to help the wildlife department, the government authority, to take care of their bear, because they don't have the money, they don't have the facilities, they don't have the capability to do this kind of work. So it is very sad. It is really sad. Yeah.
How much funding do you need to get this
Okay,
sanctuary going?
this Bornean Sun Bear Conservation Center, the budgets to set up and the first year of running costs all add up, we need $1 million. We need $1 million. Yeah, it's a big money. It's a big money, but I cannot stop doing anything because of it is so expensive. And then with all the I gotta admit that it is a bad time because of this economy downturn and all this material going up and so on and so on. Yes.
Yes. Have you been involved in any of the rescues of the bear farms that have been set up?
No, actually, the rescue of the bear farming is in China and in Vietnam, and I know Jill Robinson, who is doing this bear rescue a lot in China. But luckily, we don't have the bear farming for bear bao, for sun bears in Malaysia. We are very lucky because of that. But still, we have a lot of cage bear, which is a main issues that I try to help.
If the bears are so elusive, how are these hunters getting a hold of wild bears to torture and
Okay, good questions. Sun bears came out from the forest to feed on the plantations. And then when they come out from the forest to feed on the plantation, they are very vulnerable. Mother will be killed, cubs will be captured. And also when they clear forests, when they do logging, there are many cases where the loggers found bear cubs in tree holes, completely helpless. Then they will take the bears, the baby little cub, sell it, whoever want to buy it, and that's where the lead march started. Yes, at the back.
What measures is your team taking regarding education in the range countries with the people that live there?
Yeah, very good questions. Right now, so for the last 3 years, because I'm working on my PhD field research, I try to do my best to print brochure, poster, and so on with the help of many zoos. And then, but with this conservation setup, we try to do more. We try to have a more planned way, more managed way to do conservation, like talking to school kids, try to approach the plantation owners and workers so that they don't kill bear if there's a bear entering their plantations. And then a lot of things that we can do actually. Yeah, besides giving talks, we print poster and all kind of education material to those people who are interested to learn more.
Okay, thank you, Wong. We will take a 15-minute break.
All right, thank you very much.